Good evening, everyone. With us, we're doing episode 11. Welcome to episode 11. We're doing Buchholz part 2. Today in the Buchholz part 2, we will look at how to set it up in Swiss Manager, the Buchholz, and then we will also look at the actual calculation as well. So we'll see how the tie breaks are affected then. Okay, apologies for the we'll have some little small difficulties today with everything. The whole technical setup is a bit weird. Also apologies for last week. It's been a very, very heavy end of the school year. So yeah. Hello, Prodromos, how are you?
Fine, thanks. Hello everyone. Prodromos Gerontopoulos, international arbiter and national lecturer, social worker from Thessaloniki, Greece. Also, I have to apologize for last Wednesday about the difficulties, and we are so busy about our occupation. So we will carry on tonight, this Wednesday, with a test event, Buchholz part 2, in order to analyze to the audience how to create a test event on Swiss Manager file and to analyze the Buchholz tie breaks specifically. So Mark, you can go on with the episode, with the lecture. Yes.
So, let's start with the Swiss Manager. We have set it all up. We're going to be now looking at the tie break section.
Yes.
So,
You have to exclude all the criteria and to input from the beginning.
yes, so yeah. So here you can see the tie break.
Yes.
You can see the tie break selection.
Yes.
So, I'm going to remove the direct encounter.
Yes.
And we're looking now at Buchholz reset.
37.
So
Yes.
we're going to look at Buchholz number target 37, and here we have, here's what we have with our, here we have to decide whether we want to use cut or median. So let's start with pure Buchholz. So we're going to put best result 0, best result 0. And here we have to decide how we want to count unplayed games. For example, by
How to be calculated about an unrated games with forfeit. Yes. Okay.
Yes, I think if I'm not, I think we need to use a virtual opponent, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it's the more common and from fidelawsofchess and for international competitions. Yes.
Yes, so this is what we will be using. You can have different options. For example, you can count by half points.
Yes.
You can even count with real points, and draw against a player themselves or against a virtual opponent. We do not add own points. And then we just press OK. So here we have Buchholz, clear Buchholz. Okay, and then we just press generate and we press OK. Then we need to do the pairings.
So you can put some random results.
So here we have our random results. We're just going to put some random results in. Do it very quickly, just to put some results in. Sorry.
We have to inform the audience that this is a Swiss
Yes, system.
tournament. It's not a round robin tournament. It's only for a 5-year rounds.
Yes, we're doing it 5 rounds. Yes.
Yes, because there are only 10 players. We have to mention that. Yes.
Yeah, we're only doing 5 rounds, so let's do another.
Yes, that's right.
Pairing. And upload the results to chess results. And now I'm going to look at chess results. The results.
Yes.
1 minute, so I can switch to chess results. Sorry, just give me a few minutes to add. Sorry, it's a bit difficult. Okay.
Is it appeared
Not yet.
to everyone?
No, not yet. I have to show this. Okay, now everyone can see it.
Yes.
So here we have the event, as you can see. And we're going to now look at chess results, and we're going to look at the final ranking. And you can see the tiebreak 1,
Yes.
which is the tiebreak 14 points. It says here TB1. If you click on his name, we just need to count all these together.
Yes.
2.5 times 3 is 7.5. 8, 11, 14.
11, 14. Yes.
14
Go back.
points.
That's right. 14.
Yes. Let's do Dimitri. 1.5 plus 0 is 1.5. 4.5.
Half, 5,
5,
7,
7, 11.
11. Yes.
So 11 points. It
So
checks
it's
out.
just 11. Yes.
Let's do Yanakis as the last one. So we have 7.5 with a 3, 2.5, 10.5, 14.5. 14.5, it checks out. So this is, we were looking here at clear Buchholz. No median, no cut, just clear Buchholz. Now let's change it on chess results in chess manager. Let's change the parameter.
Or to add a new tiebreak, maybe, or not.
I think it's easier to just change it. So that,
Change the parameter. Okay, whatever is better for you, Mark.
yes, it's better to change parameter.
Okay, that's right.
Okay, let's just so. 7.5 plus 0 is 7.5. 7 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 you can see now my window capture. So you can't see the actual. You cannot see me selecting the tiebreaks, huh? Why does it not show the other window? Okay, you also need this one. Okay, I'm going to show this again because we did not see this one. The previous one we did not.
Cut 1.
Yes. So here we had 0-0. We used first of all tiebreak 37.
Yes.
So I'm just
The same tiebreak, the same number.
Yes.
37. Just to change the parameters.
Yes.
This is for the audience. Yes.
So yeah, because I didn't see it last time. So we had the number of games that do not count was set on 0 and 0 previously, counted as game against the virtual opponent. We should always use this one, and we should not add our own points. So now let's do cut. Let's use cut 2, because I do not like using the first 2 rounds.
Yes.
Due to the randomness of the pairing, so we will remove cut 2. Let's press OK. Let's press general. Let's press OK. Let's internet upload tournament to chess results.
Yes.
And let's go to chess results.
Let's go.
Let's move to chess results. And we need to refresh chess results. And now we have a complete different tiebreak set. So now it says 9 points only. Previously it was 14. So what happened? Let's have a look. We have to remove the worst 2 players. So here we had 2.5, 5, 7.5, 8, 11, 14. We have to remove the 2 weakest. Who are the 2 weakest?
Yes.
2.5. 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5. 14 minus 5.
8.5. It's
Yes, 5.
no. You have the 3.
No, 3 plus 3.5 is 6.5. 7.
Yes.
9. So 9. Which
9.
means
Yes, that's right.
9 points. In the previous one, we saw that he had 14 points, but this guy here, he only had 11. Now he even has a higher tiebreak score than the top player. Let's see why. Because he played with someone with 0 points.
With 0 points, yes.
So now we removed only the first 2 rounds. You see, we removed the first 2 rounds. He played the weakest opponents at the beginning.
Yes.
This is why we use cut, so that we don't punish them for playing the first rounds. So here he has 3 plus 2.5, 5.5 plus 4, 9.5. So 9.5 is his tiebreaks.
Yes.
And here we can see that the tiebreaks were much closer than before. Yeah,
Also to explain if we have a forfeit, what exists in this situation.
So again, here we have to remove 2.5. 2 players is 2.5.
Yes.
4 plus 3 is 7 plus 2.5, 9.5. So it's
Yes.
cut. We cut the opponents.
Cut 2, yes. So
Cut 2. The 2 weakest scorers. Okay. I think let's move to median. Buchholz. Do you have any questions?
I don't know about the audience. Is there something you want to explain? After
That,
that, after the media Buchholz, Mark,
yes?
also we can explain about the forfeits
Yes, we can look at the forfeit, yeah.
and virtual opponents. Yes, okay.
Let's go tiebreaks.
Now we can change the parameters with media
Yes, that's what we're going to do now.
or with cut 1, let's say. We have got 2. The previous one with was all the Buchholz, all the players. Whatever you want first.
Okay, so here we can see the changes. Let's change to median.
Cut
Median,
one.
we do the worst result only 1, but we also don't want the best result.
Yes. Or to
Because,
make it this next one, to make with cut 1 first, or not?
no, I think it's fine. Cut 1 is hardly used. It's only used in small rounds.
Yes.
So here we do best, we do median, minus plus the worst one from the best, the highest and the lowest we take out. Let's press general, let's press OK. Let's upload again to the internet. Okay. And let's go to chess results. Now in chess results we need to refresh since the tiebreak will change
Yes.
it. Ah, we have a change.
Yes, and change the results.
Yes,
Yes.
here something changed. Let's have a look.
The final ranking, yes.
Because so here we had to remove a 2.5 and a 3.5, so we removed these two. So now it's 2.5 plus 2.5, 5, plus 3, 8. Hi Deborah, how are you? Ah, the sound is weird. Maybe the microphone is not set up correctly. Yeah, it means my microphone is not set up properly. Let me check from which microphone it's coming from.
Where's the problem?
My microphone. Okay, is it fine now? Is it better? Now it's okay. Yeah, I unfortunately okay, I had the problem was that my microphone was from the camera. I didn't check this. That's why. Yeah, it's because I have 3 microphones connected on the computer. Okay. Thank you very much for letting me know. Yeah, if the microphone is from the camera, it doesn't hear at all good. It comes very weird. But if it's from my headphones, the microphone works fine. So let's go to chess results. We're going to look at the second one. So here, yes, we take the worst and the highest. So here we removed 4 points. The highest points we remove, and the lowest we remove. So we only have the middle 3. So this is 3 plus 4.5, 5, 7. And we have 7 here. And now we see that this player suddenly jumped up to 3rd place. Why? Because the players here were very medium scored. So they played with 1.5 and 1 3.5. So now 3 plus 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5 plus 3 is 8. Whereas this opponent, Yannis Yanakis, he played the strongest player in the first round. This is why they do median Buchholz, to remove such help. Because here, like with the previous systems, this player was helped because he randomly was paired with the best player, got his Buchholz, and it helps him in the standing. This is why median Buchholz is preferred. But again, if you're playing 5 rounds, it's not very representative.
Yes.
So here they
That's right.
removed 4 points and 2.5, and now he has the same
With
points.
solid round, it's better to have Buchholz Cat1 or Buchholz
Sketo.
with all the
Yes.
media Buchholz or Buchholz Cat2. It's for 9 rounds or 11 rounds.
Yes, it's very important.
Yes, with competition with 5 rounds, this is inappropriate. It's not
I
a
use
good.
5 rounds. I use Buchholz Sketo, as we say.
Yes, just Buchholz.
Just Buchholz.
Sketo, yes.
I use Sketo because of the cafe, like of the
Yes,
coffee.
Sketo, like coffee Greek one.
Yes.
Frappe.
Yes, which means like by itself, nothing added, nothing removed.
Yes, just a
blank.
coffee.
Yes.
In order to open your eyes and your mind with a coffee.
So that was Buchholz from the calculation side of setting it up through the Swiss manager.
Or to with Cat1, let's say, or Buchholz. Do you want to make other parameters or?
Yeah, we can look at some other. We can change the parameters like.
Yes, with calculations with half point.
Yes.
Let's say the other parameters.
Okay, let's go. Let me change the result.
We will see the other tie breaks in a future episode because this is episode it's for Buchholz part 2, so it will be specifically to analyze all the parameters with Buchholz tie break.
Yes, so here we're going to actually do some changes.
Yes, of course.
I'm going to change the
parameters.
The Buchholz parameter, and I'm going to actually put calculate with with half point.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Also, media Buchholz, you have to change the other parameters.
No, I will keep it as median.
Okay, as you wish. Okay,
yeah, let's keep it median.
Change it later on. Okay.
No, let's change it. Let's change it to normal.
No, as you wish. Maybe later better. On to show some other examples.
No, I just want to show the difference that happens here.
Yes.
So,
okay.
Let's do best result, worst result, 0-0. Okay. General. Okay. And I'm going to change only one result.
Yes.
Who was the strongest player?
Also to make an example later on with the forfeit, let's say. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to put the forfeit now.
Yes.
Okay, so here, the first player, he did not show up for his game in the first round. Okay. So, just a reminder of what the tiebreak criteria is. The tiebreak criteria is Buchholz just by itself. We're going to calculate with half points. Okay. And then here for drop players, compute Buchholz tiebreaks. Okay. And then we're going to press OK. And now let's general. OK. Let's internet upload to chess results. And let's switch over to chess results. I'm going to refresh chess results. Let me just switch to chess results. And we're going to look at the top player because that's the one I've changed. So we have here a 0k. So he did not play. So now here we have 3.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5, 7.5, 8, 11. But he has 3.5. So here we see a difference of 2.5 points. Now 2.5 points is because he was drawn. We declared it. Half points. Half, 1, 1.5, 2. So half points we said. So 5 rounds, 5 half points, 2.5. And that's what we did.
Yes, 2.5, yes.
Yes, 2.5 points, and this is what we saw. So this is the tiebreak with counting half points. Now let's go back and change the parameters.
Yes, of course. With real, yes.
And now we're going to use real points. So let's calculate with real points. We're going to press for compute Buchholz tie breaks. Press OK. General, OK. Internet, upload tournament chess results. So in the previous one, I'm not going to refresh chess results for two reasons. One, I want to see the previous result, and I want to see the difference that it shows.
To make compare and contrast, yes.
Yes, so let's see what it says. So it said 13,5.
Yes, we have to measure that. They are the previous
And
breaks.
let's refresh. And now we see a difference. 14
yes,
points. So let's see
14.
what happened.
13.5, and here is 14, yes.
So here we have 3.5, 2.5, 6, plus 5, 11. And then since we selected real points, this counted.
Yes.
So 3 points here. So 11 plus 3 is 14. And this is where we have the 14.
Yes, that's right.
This is where we see the real points come into effect.
That's right. Not virtual, not half point.
Not virtual, yes. So we selected real points. And this is where we see the difference. So let's go back. Let's choose another tiebreak system.
Yes, to change the parameters.
Let's change the parameter. And let's see, it was a draw against himself.
Yes, why not?
Let me just change it here.
And also with forfeit to see.
Yeah, it was a forfeit. It was a forfeit.
Yes, this is the.
So we're going to now say that he drew against himself instead of half points or real points of his opponent. So we should see a big change in his tiebreak. Because drawing against himself, he was top of the tournament. This is quite a big advantage. So let's go to the tiebreaks. We remember it was 14 points. And let's see now what it shows us when we refresh it. So we refresh, and now we see 15.5 points. Big difference. Because now 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5, 7.5,
Yes.
8, 11. But now you're going to tell me, why did it change to 15? It's not, he doesn't have 4.5 points. He has 4 points. He has 4.5 points because the computer will say he did not lose the first round.
Yes.
He actually drew with himself. So if he drew with himself, he has 4.5 points. So the Buchholz counts now as 4.5 Buchholz instead of the 3. So this can be very advantageous. So you can see the difference when you say half points per round. This is good. This is in the balance. I think it balances a bit, the half point. If you choose real points, this will be advantageous if you play someone very strong. And you didn't show up, yes?
Yes, that's right.
If you put it against a draw against themselves, it benefits if you have more points than your opponent. The more score you have, the better it is. And also it depends. Yeah, the draw, like if I have the same points with somebody else and I lost by forfeit, but the tiebreak is draw with myself, I have superior tiebreak than my opponent who has not played with himself. Sometimes it can help. So let's look at the last part, which is virtual opponent, which is the main Fide regulations. Change parameters. and we choose virtual opponent. Okay.
Yes.
General. Okay. Internet upload tournament to chess results. Okay. Let's move to lead chess. Sorry, not lead chess. Chess results. So we can see it was 15.5. So we
Yes.
had 13.5, 14, and 15.5. Let's see what we get when we use refresh. 14. So let's see what it calculated.
Yes.
3.5, 6 plus 5, 11. And they calculated
11,
this
yes.
as 3 points. Yes, because here the virtual opponent says that he played with somebody who won the first round, so 1 point, and then half a point for every following round.
Yes, that's right.
So every following round is half plus half is 1, 1.5, 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. It's coincidence that
Yes.
their opponent has also 3 points. This is where the 3 points gets calculated as a virtual opponent. And there you see the differences in...
Maybe to see some another forfeit if you have.
To add 2 forfeits.
Or to forfeit or, yes, other player with forfeit on the final ranking. As you wish. Also the example that you preferred previously. To forfeit. Whatever you want.
Yes.
It's good for the audience to explain.
Yes, since forfeit is...
In order to understand about the tie breaks. Whatever you want better.
Yeah, does the audience have a preference in what kind of tie breaks we want?
Yes. Maybe both of them in order to have a clear option.
Okay, we'll make a double forfeit.
Yes, both of them.
Let's see which one will forfeit.
The same player.
Same player?
Yes, or other, whatever you want.
Let's put the same player. Second round instead of...
Yes.
Second round, also win by forfeit. So... let's just refresh chess results. And now you see the tiebreak has dropped. So, why has it dropped? Because this player is not worth 2.5 points anymore.
Yes.
So let's have a look at Konstantina. How many points did she have when she played? She had 0 points.
Yes.
So she had 0 points and she lost this round. So we have 0 points. And then we have half a point for each following round, 1.5. So Konstantin is actually only worth 1.5 points. Here we know that it's 3 from the previous calculation. So 3 plus 1.5 is 4.5. Plus 3.5 is 8. Plus 5 is 13. And we get to 13 as a tie break. It shows.
Yes.
So yeah, this was virtual opponent. And it seems to be much fairer because it takes into consideration where your opponent was at, where you got the forfeit, and what was the result of the game. So if you did not show up, it declares that game lost. Whereas if you choose the tie breaks of half a point for every round, it just declares half a point for every round. So virtual opponent, in my opinion, is the most fair
Yes.
way, especially for future rounds, because you don't know what an opponent could do. They could win, they could lose. You don't know. I'm gonna go back and change the parameters again.
Yes.
We're gonna just keep the screen at lead chess because not lead chess, at chess results. So let's put it as counted as a draw. Okay. Let's refresh it. And now you can see, again, his tiebreak is even getting better and better. Why? Because he has drawn himself here. But here he has, it will be declared instead of 4 points, he is worth 3 plus half plus half. So 4 plus 4 is 8. 10 and a half, 11, 13, 16 and a half. So 16 and a half. So this win by default was downgraded. Rather than he gained here a lot of points in here compared to virtual opponent. Okay, I'm going to actually change the virtual opponent. I'm going to actually change the default and put it on the weakest player. Let's put it on Nicolas Nicolau, the default. So in the first round, Nicolas, he drew. Okay. After that draw, he made 3 draws. Okay, let's find
another one.
Let's find a player who. Okay, let's do Constantina. Let's say she didn't come for the first 2 games. I know that would be disqualification. Let's say she didn't come to the second and third round. Yes. The third round she won by default. The second round she lost by default. Okay. As internet upload tournament to chess results. Okay, so we have the draw by themselves. So let's look at chess results. I didn't have it saved, so okay. It was previously 9.5, just so that you see the time. 9.5. And now it is at 12. So she jumped from being last, from being 8th, all the way up to 6th. Why? So when she drew herself, it was considered 1.5 points to 2.5. So she was considered 2.5. So here, 2.5 points, and here 2.5 points. Now this gave her some bad score because this would have been higher, but this helped in this game. In this game, this pushed a 0 score all the way up to 2.5. But here it is damaged it, but it made an overall very good score. From 4 it went up to 5. And this 1 Buchholz points makes a big difference. 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5, 7.5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we have 12 as a Buchholz.
Yes. Is that clear?
Yeah, do we have any questions? I'm going to change to real points. There, so with real points, we know it doesn't affect the forfeits are treated like real
also,
games.
We have all the Buchholz here. Don't have cut 1 or cut 2. Which...
Yeah. So I think we covered the Buchholz, all of it.
If there no any other question?
Oh, there's no other question. So
I think to make another one episode for the, and then we go for holidays.
Yes.
July and August, and we will be back in September. What do you think?
22 June. Yeah, I need to see if I can
Yes,
do
the
20.
last one maybe.
Let me get back. Let me. I'm not 100% sure I can do. I have to see.
Yes, and also to explain to the next episode about tie breaks of rating performance.
Yes, we're going to do the average
We
rating.
do the rating performance because in many competitions, we as chief arbiter and have this tie break, the rating performance. Not the first one in the ranking, but the second or the third one.
Yes, the
And it's
average
a
rating
very
of
good,
performance.
yes, if you want to have players with money awards, it's a very...
Yes, we're going to look at the average rating of proponents, which is used
Yes.
only if all players have valid ratings.
Yes,
And
and
this usually favors the lower rated player.
yes.
Usually. Because if you're
Usually,
lower
and
rated.
about the distance, about the 400 rating or Elo, we will explain that.
Yes. Okay, then.
I think we covered all the Buchholz tie break with two parts, with the two episodes.
Yes.
If there are no any other questions from the audience, or they can send us any email or a message on Twitch or YouTube, wherever they want, in order to explain and to answer to questions. I think is that clear? Do you have any questions or no with?
No, I think we finished for today.
Yes. Thanks for watching and for the
Thank
support.
you everyone for watching. Yes, it was it was an easier episode today.
Yes,
just technically difficult.
It makes good explanations and give some guidelines, especially Mark, who's very good lecturer here. Thank you, Mark.
Yes, thank you very much, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
In 2 weeks' time, Wednesday, 22nd of June.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Bye-bye to everyone.